What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ref Millions. I've been under the weather lately, so excuse me if I sound a little weird, man. I have been on and off, and yeah, I've not been feeling the greatest lately. But I'm trying, I really am. But anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and jump onto this topic. So basically, I'm not really going to discuss the whole Xbox conference. I'm just going to tell you, because I've already talked about it in another video. I mean, a lot of people have already talked about it, broken down, etc., etc. I'm just going to tell you one of the things that kind of disappointed me. Everything was great at the Xbox conference. I loved every ounce of it, but one of the things that kind of ticks me off, despite them saying, okay, yeah, these games we're giving you free games and blah, 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 they're missing one thing. And one thing only. Now, most of y'all probably forgot about this, and this will probably ring a bell when I bring it up, and you're like, hurry up, Rep, say it, hurry up. So, what the hell happened to Summer of Arcade? What happened to that? You know, I was kind of hoping and wishing that Microsoft was going to say, guess what, we're bringing back the Summer of Arcade program. We're going to have these 4 titles, plus an additional 5th one. You know, we're going to do something different this time around. And yeah, it just made me go bananas because they didn't say anything about that. I know they don't have that going anymore, but I mean, I wish they would bring it back. I mean, that was actually kind of one of the coolest parts of actually being part of the Xbox community. I know PlayStation has something similar. I can't really talk about it, but I mean, shouts out to my boy Snow. He kind of told me about it. We were talking about it a couple weeks ago. But I mean, I was kind of hoping that Xbox would bring something up like that. I mean, that's actually nice. Now, pretty much, if you don't know what Summer of Arcade is, Summer of Arcade pretty much had 4 titles that you chose from each week, and it was like the last 3 weeks of July and like the first week of August. It ran from that between those times. So I mean, basically, I was really hoping they would have did something like that and to say, guess what, we're gonna add additional game in there, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, right? And because that's how Limbo became such a big popular title, and I think it was called The Brothers or something like that, or The Two Brothers, the Twin Brothers, something like that. I have to look up the game. You probably know what I'm talking about, but it was a game that was also a part of that program. And they weren't like AAA titles or anything that were released in Summer of Arcade, but I mean, they were nice little indie games, or they would be like a remaster of classics such as Mario vs. Capcom 2. I mean, that game was big. And then not only that, Shadow Complex, which I know there's a remaster of that. Shadow Complex was that was one of the main reasons that game got big, was because that title right there was one of the best Summer of Arcade games, and it actually was a good game. But I mean, overall, I mean, like I said, I kind of wish they brought it back. I mean, I'm not saying it's something that they necessarily need, but I mean, I think there would be something that would probably kind of cool to bring back, because I mean, it's a nice little program. I really wish they brought it back. I wouldn't care, because I mean, the indie developers actually took the time to build these games, and I guess you could say it kind of what made some of the indie developers pop and get to where they are today. Like, I can't really think of some from the top of my head, to be honest, like, that actually made these games. But if you know the developers of Limbo and the developers of Shadow Complex, I think they've made some new games now. I know Limbo made some other games. I can't think of it. They just showed a game recently. I have to look into it. I keep forgetting the name of these games. Not saying they didn't appeal to me, but I mean, they made some games and I can't really think of the name. But overall, what I'm getting at is it kind of built them a reputation from that. So it's actually something to look forward to. But with that said, I will leave y'all on that note. Make sure to hit that comment section, subscribe for more content, tune in, and also I'm be having some things change sooner or later on my channel in the weeks coming, especially next week. I'm going to be getting me a different capture device and a whole new setup. So look forward to that, and if things change, that's why. But with that said, I'll holler at you guys later. It's your boy Ref Millions. Y'all have a great week, and hopefully you've been enjoying your summer so far. Peace out, everybody. I'm out.